We're joined today by Brian Leedman, Chairman of BlinkLab. Brian, thanks for your time.
Hi David, thanks for having me.
Newly listed, what was the proposition you brought to market with BlinkLab?
Well, I'm interested in disruptive technology. So what we've got is the world's first objective digital diagnostic biomarker to diagnose autism or ADHD in all people, but particularly focused on children who are really young, like say 1 to 2 years old. Because if you can diagnose them at that age, then you can actually treat them post a diagnosis that can actually be disruptive to the way they're actually behave going forward. And typically they're diagnosed at 5 or 6. So by that stage, parents have already got concerns, children's behaviours are largely entrenched. How do you change those behaviours? If you can diagnose them at 1 or 2, then you can really be disruptive, not only for the child, but also for the caregivers as well.
And how advanced is the technology?
So it came through Princeton University, and they've developed it for a number of years. There's been 8,000 plus patients treated or tested globally in respect to this digital diagnostic test on a smartphone. And it's already pretty advanced. We've already done prospective clinical trials. The sensitivity specificity scores compared to a psychiatrist diagnosis is at 85 and 84% respectively on a 280 patient prospective study. So we're now going to move into a regulatory study in the United States to get regulatory approval. That's the next step for us.
And I was going to say, where to from here? That is one of the key focuses, but is there other areas that BlinkLab will be working on while that's happening?
Well, we're already having tremendous inbound interest from major universities and hospitals. We've made a number of announcements, including partnering with Columbia University, Erasmus University in Amsterdam, and also most recently the mental care group in Holland, another major partnership. They're looking at all different sorts of neurological disorders that this platform technology can diagnose. They're paying for those studies as well. The ones that we're paying for ourselves from the $7 million capital raise that we did when we IPO'd in April is to fund the autism and ADHD clinical trials in the United States.
You've been in this space a long time. You've been very successful with a range of companies. Why this company and why now?
Well, I mean, after the ResApp Health company that I co-founded some years ago got acquired by Pfizer in September 22, I sort of thought maybe I should be retired, and I was retired for a little while. But I got lured back in because it's such an exciting opportunity. I'm always intrigued by digital diagnostic. Anything that's to do with a smartphone, it's infinitely scalable because everybody's got one. And if you've got a tool that can actually add real value by diagnosing an illness just by using a smartphone, that really intrigues me. And so BlinkLab is really the next step for me.
The next step for you, the next step for the investors. Exciting times ahead for BlinkLab and its shareholders. Brian, thanks for your time.
Thank you, David.